Emeka was 17 and brilliant, or so everyone said. The youngest of 5, he grew up in a worn-out flat in the outskirts of Lagos, where the ceiling fan rarely worked and the fridge hummed like a dying insect. His teachers called him a sleeping genius. His mother called him my little promise. But Emeka never called himself anything. He had plans, great plans, but they always began with tomorrow. In school, he'd ace math tests he barely studied for. In the evenings, he'd promised to start coding tutorials he bookmarked months ago. "I'll do it after dinner," he'd say. Dinner came and went, and so did the days. Every opportunity that knocked found Emeka sleeping, scrolling, or whispering to himself. Not now. Later. Then life, as it often does, turned brutal. In Emeka's final year of school, his father died suddenly heart attack in the middle of a bus ride to work. His mother, brittle and quietly breaking, took up 2 cleaning jobs. The rent kept rising. His siblings scattered 2 to low-paying factory jobs, 1 to a fruit stall, and another who simply vanished one day. And Emeka, he stayed home, nursing his grief like a broken pet. He swore he'd find a job. Soon, months passed. He applied to 10 places: supermarkets, cyber cafes, filling stations. No replies. Or when there were, he'd miss the interviews because he overslept or wasn't feeling it today. Shame began to coat his skin like sweat. He stopped talking to friends. He watched motivational videos and cried afterward, then binge-watched sitcoms till dawn. One day, his mother collapsed in the market. High blood pressure, dehydration. She survived, but barely. The hospital bill drained their last savings. That night, as she slept with an oxygen tube in her nose, Emeka stared at her pale hands and felt something crack in his chest. The next morning, he got up. No excuses, no more tomorrows. He borrowed a friend's laptop and began watching YouTube tutorials on graphic design, something he always said he'd learn. For once, he kept going, day and night. He practiced on Canva. He joined free WhatsApp groups, downloaded sample templates, redesigned old posters for local businesses for free. Within 2 months, he had a portfolio. By the 3rd, a barbershop owner paid him $50 for a logo. Then another job came. Then 2. Then 10. A branding agency in South Africa found his work on Instagram and offered him remote gigs. He began earning real money enough to settle his mother's debts, repair their ceiling fan, and put food on the table. He was finally rising. But fate, cruel and hungry, was not done. One night, after pulling an all-nighter on a major client's project, Emeka fell asleep with a laptop, still on his lap. A small gas leak from the rusted stove in the kitchen went unnoticed. By the time the fire started, it was too late. Emeka's room filled with smoke. He tried to crawl out, coughing, screaming, but his door was jammed. His body was found curled against the wall, clutching the hard drive that held all his work, his future. The news spread quickly. Such talent. He finally got his life together. If only he had started earlier. At his funeral, his mother didn't speak. She just placed the charred remains of his sketch pad on the coffin, his first drawing. A poster with the words, "Tomorrow starts today."